friends, my name is Jordan Sims. Welcome to Math 1043. I'm super excited to have you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk you through how to get started with this course, what I expect from you, and how you can navigate the technology and hopefully do really well.
All right, friends.
So let's get into it.
The internet. Use a good browser, first thing. I like to use Google Chrome. It seems to work well with everything else. If you're on a Mac, Safari can sometimes give you problems, so if you're having any issues at all, try Google Chrome. What I want you to do, direct your web browser to www.nscc.ca. That's the Nova Scotia Community College's website. There's a bunch of different ways you can access D2L. And D2L, you're going to hear that term a lot, stands for Desire to Learn. It's basically the course management system. So if you're taking any online courses or any courses at all through the college, there's going to be material that will help you in those courses hosted at Desire to Learn. How you get there? From the NSCC homepage, I want you to click on Online Learning and then just log in underneath Student Access. Now what you're going to do, I'm already kind of logged in here, so it's skipping a step, but what it's going to ask you for is your login ID, which is your student ID, preceded with a W, we call that your W number, and also your password. So if you don't have a password set up yet, I'll throw a link into Tech Services, or you can email me and I'll help you set that up. Once you log in to Desire to Learn, it takes us to My Home, and this is where all of your courses are taken. So if you're taking multiple courses, math, chemistry, bio, what have you, they'll all be listed here, and you can access them either from this list or from this handy little drop-down menu right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select our course, which is Math 1043, and then now this takes us into our actual course. We're going to see a bunch of information here. First thing first, I want you to go up here to the upper right corner, and you can update your profile. So if you click on the little drop-down arrow, profile, what you can do is you have the opportunity to throw up a picture. I would recommend that if you're not comfortable putting up, a picture of yourself, which I would suggest you do. You can just throw up, a nice background, picture of your pet, what have you. People do that all the time. And then you can fill in as much information here as you feel comfortable. If you want to throw in some personal info, some music, some books that you're into, that would be awesome. Okay? But again, you don't have to. When you're finished, just hit save and close, and it takes us back to the course homepage. Okay, so next thing I want you to do, go back up and click on the arrow again, and under notifications, I want you to make sure that you have checked all of these notifications. So it's important for you to stay updated. Now you don't need a notification for every single thing I do. As if somebody posts a new discussion, you don't need to get an email for that. But especially for grades and news, those are the important ones. So make sure that these boxes here are checked. Okay? And you can choose to be notified by email or by text message. If you want to register your mobile, you can throw in your mobile number there, and then you'll get a text message basically at any time I update. So how I'm going to communicate with you a lot is through the news. So when I throw in a new item, I want you guys to get an email so that you know what's going on. Make sure you hit save at the bottom, and we're good to go. Now, most of the material in this course is right here in this kind of sub-menu. If we go under content, here's where all of the extra resources are. Underneath the table of contents, we can see a bunch of files here that are going to be useful for you. The course outline, the tentative schedule is all going to be there. Okay? Also some other information as well as an introductory discussion. So what you should do is you should go through this and think of this as like a to-do list. That way if you go through the content one at a time, make sure you check everything out. You're not going to miss anything. Okay? The discussion, what I want you to do is post and introduce yourself. So click on the link, you can read what to do, and then just click start a new thread. You can post, hi, how you, blah, 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 type away, and then you can post that as well, and then other people can see what you've posted. It's super cool. Now, if you want to continue, you have a couple of options. You can click the arrow here to go to the next thing in the table of contents, or you can use this little breadcrumb trail and you can go back to the welcome. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to go back to the welcome, and it kicks us back out here to the table of contents. So make sure you're checking everything out. There's also a time management assignment here that I'd like you to do. And basically what you need to do, this is a Dropbox. What I want you to do is give me some sense. It could be a calendar. I just threw in a calendar here, just a general one. You don't have to do a calendar. It could be a picture, could be a photo. Maybe you could share your virtual calendar with me, or just type up a few words, sentences, paragraphs, what have you. But give me some sense of how you're going to manage your time in this course. it's very important that you work a little bit each day if possible. So I'd rather you do a half hour each day than save it all to the weekend and work for 4 hours on the weekend. If you're chunking it up like that, you're going to do better, you're going to be more prepared, and you're going to be more relaxed in general. And I want you to have a great time doing math with me online. Okay, I don't want this to be a big, intimidating, scary thing that you have to get through. I want you to do really well. So that's kind of the play, guys. As you go through, you can just go through all this material. Once we get into the units, none of this material is worth any marks. This is only just for your information at all. Okay, so if you want to review a video on adding whole numbers, that's the first thing we do. Click the link and it takes us to a video and you can watch that and check it out. Also, if I go back, I just close that tab, I go back through the breadcrumb trail, there's also some practice problems here. So if you want some extra practice, you can go through and do these. This is not worth marks though, so don't feel that you have to go through all this stuff. This is for you if you want a little extra practice or you're a little rusty on some of the concepts that we're going to be talking about. At the end of each of these practice problems, by the way, the answers are there, so you can just scroll down and check your work as you go. Again, this is optional. All of this stuff under content is really just to help you, okay? It's just extra resources. They're videos that are handpicked by me. They're practice problems that I made myself. So feel free to use that or engage with it as much as you need to, okay? At the end of the course, I have some pathways. Now there's 4 different pathways. These are worth marks, but you don't have to do all of them. I want you to pick only one pathway, okay? So don't do them all, that's crazy. Pick one pathway. And the pathway you choose should be related to your career goals. So if you want to go into business, do the business pathway. It's extra material, but it's geared right towards business. So as you go through this material, it's going to help you, okay? And it's going to actually prepare you more for a business program than any other math course. Similarly, if you're going to go into the trades or the health professions, do the appropriate pathways. The last pathway is college math, and this is one if you're going to go on and take other math courses. So if you're going to do college math 1 or 2 with us, that's math 1046, 1047. If you're going to go in and do calculus of any kind, if you're going to go into engineering or the sciences, I want you to take this pathway. And basically, again, it's just a little bit more specific math that's going to gear you up for success as you go on and do future math courses. Okay, so please don't do all the pathways. Pick one. Pick the one that's going to relate to you the most. Okay, and again, these are worth marks. Again, this is all just videos and extra material to help you. Okay, so that's content down. Now, if I go back to the course home, I'm just going to use my little sub menu to navigate around. Here on the home page, we have a calendar. Every due date, every class we're going to have will be in the calendar. I'll throw up a link. I'll show you when the first class is going to be. I actually have to schedule that, so I'll put that in a few minutes. If I want to minimize this, I'll click the arrow. See, I can just minimize or maximize. The calendar will get a little bit big, so you might want to minimize that. And you might notice as well a link here to Pearson. So if I click this link, this will take me to Pearson's My Math Lab. And unfortunately, you have to buy the textbook for this course, okay? It's a custom book. It sucks. We're working on it. We're trying to get e-text happening. It should be next year. I do apologize about the cost. If the cost of the textbook is something that's really bothering you, I want you to contact me and we can talk about it. Maybe there's a few other options that we can work out for you. But basically, you need to buy the book to get the code to access Pearson where all your assignments are. So if you go in here, you're going to go through and register and do all this stuff. Just follow the prompts, create an account, watch for pop-ups. That's a big thing. You might have pop-up blockers here or here. That's usually a big hamper for a lot of people. But as you go through, I'm going to show you what it looks like. All of your assignments are going to be here. Okay, so this is where your marks are. You're going to spend most of your time in this portion of the course. So every assignment is worth marks, okay, and the test is worth marks as well. So what I'm going to do, let me just go back because I still have to change some due dates here. Let's go to the assignment manager for a second, and I'll just show you what a typical assignment looks like. Let's preview. So when we go in and start working on assignments in My Math Lab, you're going to see a couple of different ways to navigate. Here we're on question 1 of 30, so you can go to the next question by clicking the arrow, or there's a drop-down menu if you want to make a big jump, like say hop up to question 24. Okay, that's all there. I'm going to go back to question 1. Here is where the question is, and here's the answer key. Note that you have to click in the box, and then a math palette will come up. Okay, so let's throw in some answers here. We have 2 plus 8 plus 3 plus 1. Now let's say that's 5. We know that's the wrong answer. I'm going to throw that in and hit enter. We can see that the system tells me it's not correct. I need to check my addition and try again. I have 3 attempts to try each question. Oh, it's still wrong. And now on the 3rd time, this is my final check. And you can see now, sorry, struck out, 3 strikes and we're out. The correct answer was 14. My answer was 5. At this point, I have 2 options. I could go on to the next question and take an X. So look at my number 1, I got an X. Or I can simply try a similar question. If I try a similar question, it reloads the same type of question with different numbers. So this is going to give you a chance to get it right. The point of assignments is practice. You can do this as many times as you want. I don't care how many times you get it wrong. I want you to get it right. This is practice. And in math, to be good at math, we need to be able to practice. Okay, so we have another question here, 4 plus 8 plus 9 plus 4. Well, 4 and 4 is 8. 8 and 8 is 16. 16 plus 9 is 25. Let's give that a shot. And now you can see we got a check mark. Well done, and we got it correct. We can go through this and practice. And I want all of you to have hundreds on all your assignments. There's no reason why you shouldn't, okay, because we have infinite shots at it. Now, if we do get stuck, you can see I'm on question 2 now. If I do get stuck, I have a couple of options here under this question help menu. If I click here, I can choose help me solve this. This is where the computer will actually step me through, so I can read about how to solve this. I can click continue. Now I have to actually do it. So let's do this little part here. 4 plus 1, that's 5. Okay, awesome, we're working through it. All right, now 5, let's add the next number, 6. Let's do 11. Boom, you guys get the idea. You can go through this. If you choose help me solve this, you get the question wrong. See over here, I got it wrong, but again, we can just try another one. It'll automatically reload a similar question, so you can do it again, but notice that it's a different question, okay? Because if you choose this option, the computer actually helped you solve it, so you get it wrong. Next option, view an example. If we do this, it's a question with the same type of question, but different numbers here. So this will actually give you kind of some sense as to what to do, but you won't get the question wrong, okay? It's still here. We didn't get it wrong yet. We can still now answer this. Just be aware that if you do view an example, some people like to have it running while they solve this problem. The big problem with that is that these numbers will start bleeding into here. Like you'll actually solve this and put that answer in here, and you'll get this question wrong because they're 2 different questions. So just be aware of that. Don't really do example. Don't have it running. Check it out, see what the play is, see what you have to do, then close it and try to work on this problem. Okay? Video. Most questions will have a video, not all of them. If you do want to check out the video, just click the link, it'll load. Basically, you might have to throw Flash up, like I don't have Flash installed right now, but if you do have Flash, it'll be a video of a similar question. Not the same one, but it'll kind of be the same play if you like to watch instead of read. Link to the textbook. There's your e-text, so if you don't have your physical book with you, maybe you're working on this on your device or on the go, you can click this link and it'll throw up a link to your e-text, and it'll take you right to the appropriate section on adding whole numbers. Here's a calculator if you want. If you need a calculator, if you don't have one with you, there's one provided for you here. And ask my instructor. So if you really get stuck, I want you to click this link. I'm previewing, but what this will do is it will send me an email to this exact question. So you can throw in any text. Hey Jordan, I'm getting really stuck here, and I can send you a solution. I can make a video with this exact question and show you how I would solve it. Okay, and I'll send you the link to that through a YouTube link, or you can print it. Okay, so if you like to work on paper, you can print the whole assignment. It's totally up to you. But keep in mind, you have to put your answers in here. All right, so everything you do is in here. Don't forget to save when you're done. And that's basically, I'm previewing so it doesn't matter, but that's basically how you go through it. Once you've done question 1 or assignment 1.1, you go on to 1.2, 1.3, you just run down this list. When you're done, there's a test. You have one attempt on the test. If you fail the test, I want you to email me and let me know that you failed the test. I want you to review your results, and then you just try it again, because this course is about practice. I want to build your foundations in math. I don't want to penalize people. I don't want to punish people. So let me know if you fail a test. Okay? So that's the My Math Lab part. Again, I do apologize about having to buy the book. That totally sucks. We're working on it, but unfortunately it's not going to happen this year. What else can I talk about? Assessments. Your grades can be found under assessments. This is the instructor view, but basically you'll see a breakdown of all the grades, how you're doing in the course, and your final grade is a D2L. So as you do assignments in My Math Lab, I'll sync the grades from time to time, usually after every due date, and you can see your final grade here in D2L. That is your official mark. And if you have any problems with your grades, any errors or omissions, I want you to let me know. Okay? So that's pretty much it. So for the first thing I want you to do, log on to D2L. I want you to set up your Pearson. And if you didn't buy the book yet, you can join Pearson free for 3 weeks. So there's no reason, if you're waiting for some money or the book's not in yet, you can still join this for 3 weeks. So don't let that be a barrier to you. Again, if money's an issue for your textbook, I want you to contact me and we'll chat about it. We are going to have classes as well. Classes are going to be listed in the calendar at certain times. If you can't make a class, it's okay because I record every class. So I want you to watch the classes. I'm going to show you how to do the type of material that's going to be in the assignments. I would appreciate it if you pop in if you can. If you can't, if you got work at the kids, I understand. It's going to be recorded. Just check out the recording when you can. And we're going to use Skype for Business. I'll throw up another video that shows you how to register for Skype for Business or how to use it. You don't really have to register. You just kind of click a few things and go for it. Okay? So, to get started, course home, get into My Math Lab. I want you to register for Pearson and then start going through the content in the welcome section. Read all the course orientation, course outline stuff that's there for you. Okay, check out the communication plan. Remember, when you communicate with me, try to be, professional. Give me enough information so that I can help you, right? No swearing or going crazy like that, please. Post in the discussion for your intro. Do your assignment for time management. And then after that, you're away. You can check out the material here. You can wait for our first class. Or you can just pop right into My Math Lab and start rocking out, because we're just really going to start with basic arithmetic just to get everyone kind of warmed up to the technology before we get into some of the craziness. Okay? So that's it. Welcome again. Super excited. If you have any questions at all, please email me. Give me a call. I'll post my contact info as well. And let's have a great course. Super looking forward to it. Take care.